Strong. Let's go on with the show now. Super Eagles, former Super Eagles coach Sunday Oliseh has been talking again. You know, we've not heard much about him after he resigned his role as coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He's talking again. He says, look, I'm not at fault. A lot of things went down. I couldn't take it anymore. And make how we break down this discussion for us. You also need to listen because I'll be right here on Twitter waiting for your comments. Coach Sunday Oliseh has words for us. Let's listen to him. I'll come back. I'll talk some more. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
Hello, my name is Sunday Oliseh. I have instructed my lawyers to withdraw the lawsuit against the Nigerian Football Federation. After speaking with well-meaning Nigerians, whom I respect a lot, I also believe that it is useless joining issues with people who are bent on deceiving Nigerians and misleading Nigerians and diverting attention from the reality. And the reality is that I decided to resign on the 25th of February because certain vested interests in the NFF put their own interests first before the interest of our country. But I also believe that Nigerians deserve to know the truth. I feel that it is important to know that my position as regards Nigeria coming first was a hindrance to the personal interest of certain vested interests in the NFF. And for that reason, anybody who's going to come in and be in my position as chief coach and who puts Nigeria first will always have problems. That is for sure. Now, this also explains why important or very necessary expenditures that are important for the progression of our country, like wages of the players, the benefits of the players, the coaches, are always placed secondary, whereas other expenditures that have very little bearing to the progression of our country will always be catered to first. For example, team building trips that are not important for our national team to progress. I also feel, in order to not let Nigerians get the true picture, they are hell-bent on tarnishing my credibility. And that is why they've come up with this story like they paid me and then I left. I have attached underneath here, since I'm no longer going ahead with the lawsuit, I've attached underneath here the statement of my account of the Zenith Bank, the bank that the NFF dealt with me, the few occasions I've been paid. I've attached it underneath here. And you can see from the month of February that there is no payment that was made from NFF to me. Up till the time I retired on the 25th, and even waywards after that on the 29th, the month ended. You can see that.
So that's it. Former Super Eagles coach Sunday Oliseh. The good thing is, let's thank the coach for withdrawing the lawsuit so that we can focus on that important game between the Super Eagles and the Pharaohs of Egypt. Sports fans, talk to us after listening to Coach Sunday Oliseh. He says if you coming into the job of the Super Eagles and you want to put Nigeria first, that you have some problems. He also said that because of the interest of some persons, our football wasn't moving forward. What's your take on Twitter? @channels_sports, and on Facebook, @channels Life in Sports. You're listening to Coach Sunday Oliseh, but let's start from where all of this started from. You think he was the right person to actually be called up to lead the Super Eagles?
We have procedure, and due process was trampled upon when he got the job. I particularly, I wasn't happy with the way they operated at that time. I was vocal, I mentioned that due process was trampled upon, and it's unfortunate that he had to come in that way.
That's right. What sort of due process was ignored in bringing him?
Usually, even if they want you as the national team coach, they will advertise the job.
That's right.
People will apply for the job, and they will shortlist 3 people, including you, as one of the guys that are coming for interview. They'll have a mock interview and still give you the job.
That's right.
That's how they did it, But this time around, There was nothing like that. You know, Amaju just went to London and unveiled the guy as the national team coach of Nigeria and tells Nigerians that he's Pep Guardiola of Africa. You know, I mean, that's funny, really.
But all of what happened from the time he led the team to the competition in Rwanda and then his resignation, does all of that disappoint you?
I wasn't actually paying attention. No, I'm serious. I wasn't paying attention because it became child's play, sort of, you know. So I wasn't paying attention anymore. I wasn't even watching Nigerian games.
That means you were not interested?
Yeah, I wasn't watching national team games.
That means you didn't like what was going on?
No. It's no more football. I mean, that's not what we've been doing for decades right now.
Tell me what we've been doing.
We've sort of had a culture of cutting corners in our football. You know, you look at little kids, the age of 10, 11. You ask them what's their football ambition or something like that. They'd be like, they want to play for Arsenal, Man United, or any other team, Chelsea and all that, you know. And whilst when we were playing, if you asked, you know, when we were like 10 and all that, we wanted to play for teams in the cities where we were born, you know, like Enyimba. I was born in Aba, you know. It was our biggest ambition in football was to play for Enyimba. And at that time, Enyimba was in Division 3, not even Division 1.
Wow.
You
so
know?
Even thinking about
exactly.
National is fantastic dream.
Exactly.
Wow.
And these days is no longer that way. The league has been trashed and things like that, you know.
But let's look at administration of Nigerian football, the Nigerian Football Federation. Yeah. Because everything rises and falls on leadership, Emeka.
Exactly.
You a member of that 1994 class where everyone thought everything was good. What were we doing back in the day that we're not doing now in terms of administration?
There's not much difference, I must say. But the ones who were handling administration then, they had love for the game more than the guys that are doing that right now. The guys who are doing it right now, it's all about what's going on in the pocket. It's all about their interest, not the interest of the game, you know. Yeah, so that's the big difference.
Let's talk about...
And you dare not say, you dare not tell them that they're not doing the right thing. You're ostracized.
But someone is telling them now.
Yeah. No, I'm a black sheep already, you know, so...
But I don't really understand this war now going on between the NFF and former Super Eagles coach Sunday Oliseh. You weren't paying attention, but I'm sure you listen to him now.
Right. Right.
What do you blame?
Needless. Needless actually talk about it because it's in the past, and I always like to let the past be in the past. But NFF, it's not even NFF. I think Amaju single-handedly appointed Oliseh, you know. So the blame should go to him. And if he actually knew exactly what he did, he should have resigned. Yeah, he should have resigned.
But the board confirmed the appointment of Coach Sunday Oliseh.
Including the board. All of them ought to resign. They should be ashamed of themselves. They all ought to resign. All of them.
But he's a coach. Sunday Oliseh is a coach and he's got qualifications. So that means he can be approached to actually coach the Super Eagles.
You ever heard that Sunday Oliseh coached a team anywhere in the world?
A Division 2 or 3 team in Belgium?
Nothing like that. I never had anything like that. You know, you ought to start from somewhere. You know, I mean, perhaps give him the U17 or something like that to coach, not the national team. Yeah.
How much damage, Emeka, has this done to the AFCON qualifying game against Egypt?
Not a hell lot. Not a hell lot. We can